Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to our very special, wonderful membership live stream. I am absolutely thrilled to see all of you here. I want to give you all some time to get situated and to come on in. We're using a bit of a different live streaming platform, so you'll have to excuse me as I putter around and try to figure it all out. But most of you are watching on YouTube. And if that is the case, then you can go ahead and drop in the chat where you are in the world and what I like to do, which is what it looks like outside your window today. What kind of view do you have? What's the weather like? What's the temperature? Come on and just, give everybody a hi and say hello. I know it's a live stream. It's going to be a lot of Beth talking, but also you get a chance to connect and meet with each other. So go ahead and drop in your comments, say hello, let us know where you are in the world. And also throughout this time together, we have about an hour together, hopefully shorter because I know everybody's busy, but I can talk. And we can talk all about what to expect from your Wanderful membership. But also I say we, because even though I'm the one who's talking and broadcasting, you all are welcome to drop in comments, ask questions anytime. Now, some of you are also watching on Facebook. You should be able to comment on the live video there too. Same with Instagram. So we'll be able to see you in all different places as we live stream across the web and talk about our incredible, wonderful community. So let's get started here. I want to share some slides. We're going to do some fun video today. We're going to do a couple of different multimedia things, and we'll get started and talk about, of course, one of my most favorite topics, which is this incredible, wonderful community, how you can be a part of it, what you want to get out of it. I know some of you are coming in maybe because you've heard of Wanderful before and you've been curious about what it means to be a member. Others of you, maybe you're brand new to the Wanderful ecosystem. And as you drop in, I see some comments coming in. Oh, yes, now everyone's coming in of where we are in the world. Sometimes it takes a minute. Around the world, Ledger is in Dallas. Weather is nice, sunny and 70. I was just in Dallas last weekend and it felt so hot compared to what I'm used to. Right now in Boston, it's 50, and in Dallas, it was 80. Stacy's in Rock Island, Illinois. We've got Saira is in Northern Virginia, 48 degrees and windy. Kay is in New York today, cloudy. Same here in Boston, So great. Everyone knows how to use the chat. This is great, especially those of you watching on YouTube. I know that's where a lot of the comments have been coming in. So great. Everyone else, feel free to drop it in and use that space to ask your questions, to let me know what is interesting to you in terms of this wonderful membership. What has brought you here today? What has made you think, you know what, I'm going to show up for a webinar, during my lunch break or just after I've woken up in the morning, or for some of you very, very late at night. And I want to learn more about this. So why? So drop in the comments and let us know what brings you here. What are you hoping to get out of today? How can I make this as useful for you and helpful for you as possible? And we're just going to let some of these comments come on in all the places that are represented here. We've got Denver in the house. We have New York City in the house, Everett, Washington. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad to see all of you. Now, because I've had this big dive in, let me take a minute to introduce yourself to me. So I'm going to make my screen a little bit smaller so that you can see more of this. If you haven't met me before, welcome. My name is Beth. I'm the founder and CEO of Wanderful. I am often describe myself as a social entrepreneur and a community builder. And really, I'm out to make travel better for women worldwide. That is the goal. That's what I want to do. I started Wanderful as a travel blog in 2009. I was 23 years old. Hold on, I can't see myself well enough. I'm making it small again while I talk. I was 23 years old. I was living in West Africa. I was traveling on my own and realizing how many women there are out there that are doing that. And yet we're really thought of as this tiny little niche of the travel industry. There's travel, and then there's the women's section over here. And I didn't love that. I wanted a space where there was supportive community, where there was supportive connection, where women could help one another and lift one another up and guide each other in our travels, but also now in our travel business careers and as travel content creators. We have membership levels for all of those things. And that's really what the vision was. So over time, a lot of it has evolved. When I started Wanderful, I was young, wild, and free. Now I'm married. I have 3 kids. And you know what? I still tell people today who are like, oh, but you travel alone. I'm like, girl, I love to travel by myself. I think every parent can identify with that sentiment. But really, it's all about supporting one another and creating spaces where we can all thrive. So here's what we're going to dig into today on this webinar. We're going to talk about what is Wanderful. I'm going to give you a little bit more of an understanding of what this community entails, what our membership entails, the benefits that you get out of being a Wanderful member. But also, I want to make sure that you get time to hear from our members themselves too, because at the end of the day, I can just talk on and on and on, but really getting a feel for you, we'll like go into the member hub, we'll take a look around so you can see it, we'll go underneath the hood, and then we'll also show some videos from our existing members who can talk about Wanderful. So I think that's going to be a great way to give you what you need and to help you on your journey. And by the way, it's Women's Month. What a special time to be here together, to be connecting with each other, to be sharing our stories with each other. We've got somebody in the house from Tanzania. Amazing. It is 7 p.m. and it's cloudy. It's great to have you all here. Tony's in the DMV. Welcome, Tony. Kelsey's in Connecticut. We've got Joanne in Rhode Island as well. Up here in the Northeast, we're having some cloudy, chilly weather. Well, this is great. Come, continue, join us. Have fun in the comments. You know, let's all get to know each other better today. Let's talk about one of the most wonderful things that I like to share about our Wanderful community. And that is a manifesto that we created actually in the early days. I think we first recorded this in 2017. And I still share it today because it so beautifully encapsulates what our Wanderful community is all about. It's called the Wanderful Manifesto. And I actually wrote it while in a car, not driving. And it just came to me. Literally, I just wrote it all in one sitting. And we ended up having members from around the world. This was in the very early days of, we didn't even really have a membership community as we do now, but we had community members who recorded videos of themselves based all around the world reciting this manifesto. And so I want to give you all a minute to watch this first so that you can all participate in this with me. Let's see if we can get this going for you. And let me know if you have any audio issues when we're playing, but hopefully it'll be fine. Actually, let me make sure. Yeah, okay. I am a trailblazer.
An adventurer.
An explorer.
A traveler.
I want to see the world.
Whether I'm loaded with suitcases
or carry only what's on my back.
I travel because it teaches me as much about the world
as it does about myself.
I am curious,
resilient,
powerful,
compassionate.
I want to live a life in which my friendships span continents.
Where I can cherish our differences
and embrace our similarities.
Not because I have read about them,
but because I have lived them.
I am a daughter,
a neighbor,
a mother,
a sister.
I travel with my friends,
with my partner,
my kids,
and sometimes I travel on my own.
My life is too short to be stagnant.
I ignore the people who doubt me.
I pave my own path.
I dream big.
I conquer mountains.
And sometimes I am shaken to the core.
I believe in a global sisterhood of women
who help me see myself for who I am
and challenge me to be who I want to be.
I am Wanderful.
I am wonderful.
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 I love that video so much. It just does so many good things for me. Hold on.
Cheese.
I'm having things talk into my ear.
Cheese.
No. We don't want to watch that commercial. Of course, like after you play a YouTube video, it starts doing all of these crazy things in your ear. And I was like, no, don't play. Okay. I love that video. It is really, even years afterward, it just encapsulates the feeling that we try to create and that we do create in our community. And I think sometimes it can be really hard to communicate the value of what community is. And part of that is because it is such a nebulous word. When we talk about community, it sounds like, okay, great. It's like, it can be so overused, especially in the internet, of, oh, a community of people who all buy this one product on this e-commerce website, or this community of people who all sign up for this newsletter. And really what I wanted to create when I first started Wanderful was a space that made people feel connected to one another in an international landscape, supported, seen, and heard. And when people talk about the thing that they get most out of the Wanderful community, it's not always just, oh, the discounts to our conferences or the free webinars and masterminds that we do. But every single time, it always comes back to people saying they love being part of this community. And I think nowadays, I could go on a whole soapbox later about how important and valuable it is to create spaces where people feel included and seen. And especially now, especially after COVID, especially where travel is, in some places on the rise, in the US, kind of here hit and miss, having spaces where we can really connect with one another. And especially as adults, I think that can be very hard. We make a lot of friendships through our jobs, but also through school. And when you're a traveler, when the world is your home, it can be challenging to make the deep connections that you want to make with other people because you're constantly out in the world. And that's something that we wanted to do here with Wanderful. So yes, there's tons of tangible benefits. You get all sorts of discounts. You get all sorts of virtual events and masterminds and, and resources, but you also get this bigger, important part of being part of something, being connected to a greater picture. And there's really no replacement for that. I want to show you a few of the other things that are involved in being part of the Wanderful ecosystem. Here's like a quick overview of, oh, by the way, this is what we are today, right? Wanderful is today a leading network of women travelers and travel content creators. So we're not just a blog anymore. We're not just a series of meetups. We've built this entire ecosystem. These are all real pictures from different Wanderful events that we've done, from different activities that we've done together. We have a thriving network of not just women who love to travel, but women who are creators in the space and women who are innovators in the travel industry who want to support and help one another. Okay, let me get to the slide that I thought I was going to, which is a slide that gives a quick overview of the things that we do. So we have over 3,700 paid members in our member hub. That happens on your computer or on your phone. There's an app that you get access to where you can have instant connection with other women all around the world. You can actually geolocate yourself. We'll talk through that so that you can find other members and other events that are nearby. But it's also the space that we host live streams, webinars, masterminds, virtual meetups, Q&As, all sorts of stuff. So we have this online space. We also have these great offline spaces. We have regular in-person local hubs. We have dozens of local hubs worldwide that are doing free events for our Wanderful members every month, whether it's doing a large-scale happy hour like our Women in Travel meetups, or where it's just all going to support a woman-owned business. I know in Boston, we just went to this candy shop that a woman just opened in downtown Boston and went to go celebrate her and her success. We also go on group trips together. We have annual group trips and global meetups. We'll talk about that so that you have chances to go and actually travel, right? And do the stuff that you love to do, travel in community with one another. And then we have a couple of larger projects that we work on. Some of you may be familiar with our annual Creator Summit, WITS. It is the largest gathering of women travel creators in the world. This is hard to say sometimes. Like in the world, it's the biggest gathering that we have of travel content creators. We have 500 creators that join us every year. Hold on, I'm trying to make it so you can still see me. Do it right like this. 500 travel creators that join us every year. Our next one is in downtown Manhattan in May. It is a fantastic event. I hope that you all can come and enjoy it. And during that event, we do an award show called the Bessie Awards that we launched in 2019. That show honors women of impact in the travel industry and their accomplishments. And we all get glammed up. We have a real in-person live award show. We give out these beautiful crystal awards to the winners. We have a dinner for the finalists. It's really very special. And then I also wanted to shout out one of our most recent projects called the Woman-Owned Map. And this is a map that we launched in October. It's womanownedmap.com is the URL. And it's the first interactive and mobile-friendly map of women-owned businesses that you can find and visit around the world. I'm talking about women-owned hotels, accommodations, restaurants, shopping, things to do. We're hoping that it can become the largest comprehensive database. I mean, I think it is the largest comprehensive database of women-owned businesses all around the world, but that we can continue to grow it. And, you know, that is just an example of some of the work that we do here at Wanderful to really support women, to elevate women, to tell women's stories, to bring women together and support each other, and to amplify all of us, you know, along that phrase of a rising tide floats all boats. We want to rise the tide for women all around the world and support one another. So definitely check that out. Now, within this ecosystem, we have this beautiful membership community, and that's what we're here to talk about today. Oh, good. We have some people coming in. Hello from India. Yay, I love that. Some nice comments about the video. This is so nice. Thanks, everyone, for coming on in. It's great to see you all here. Let's talk about membership, because that's what we're here for. Our membership community was launched in the end of 2019, which, if you all remember, the end of 2019, what I like to call the year of promise and opportunity and travel, because in 2020, we all had these big travel plans and so many of us had to cancel them. And what's interesting about that is that during that time that all of that travel was canceled, what we found was women who more than ever before wanted to connect with each other virtually, to tell those stories and to share those experiences. And I won't thank COVID ever, because I don't think any of us would ever want to see what we saw before. But I will say that we had to pivot as a company that focused a lot on in-person events and meetups, and creating our virtual membership space has been something that I'm really grateful to have even today, because it has given us the chance to really make true, authentic connections with one another all around the world. And so in March of 2020 was when we really started to build and grow our membership community. And for me, 2020 feels like 2 years ago, not 5, but here we are in March of 2025. And the way that this membership space has grown and evolved is really astounding. I'm really proud of it. And I think that the people who are part of this ecosystem are women who really believe in supporting one another to a whole other level, and want to just, yes, of course, they want the benefits and they want, you know, the what's in it for me, but they also want to create spaces that are, I'm trying to click this so you can see the bottom, create spaces where they are able to really help and support each other. So you'll see here, we've got 3 membership levels. The traveler membership, which is, of course, where we started out. It's for everyone. All travel loving women come and they can be part of our traveler membership. Our creator membership, which adds additional resources, opportunities, and masterminds for people who are building creative careers, and focuses on the nature of creation, right? Of writing, of photography, social media, etc. And then the entrepreneur membership is our newest membership level. And that's for women who are building businesses in travel. Now, that might be a creative business where you're looking to monetize your creator career, or it might be a different kind of business. Maybe you're a travel agent or a tour operator, or you've created a new travel product. And you get all sorts of exclusive support to help build your business. We have accountability circles. We have monetization classes that really help you grow. And it's worth mentioning, and we'll take a minute to go through each membership level, but it's worth mentioning that each level gets access to the levels to the left of it. So the creator membership also gets access to the traveler level membership. And the entrepreneur membership gets access to both traveler and creator. So as you scale up, you get access to exponentially more of our community, which is really special. Let's talk about the traveler level membership and some of the best things that come out of it. So of course, I mentioned there's 24/7 access to this exclusive member hub, right? You get access to all of the other women who are members in our community. You get to meet up with them. A lot of our members, they message each other and they say, hey, I'm in Carlsbad for the weekend. I noticed that you live here. Do you want to get coffee? And they build these great friendships, just helping each other out. We've had travelers host one another in their homes. We've had them do meetups. We've had them go on trips together or just have virtual conversations with each other. Maybe you don't have a trip coming up anytime soon, but you still want to be able to share your experiences and talk with each other a little bit more and just like relish in your love of travel together. You can do that. We also have group trips and global meetups. As I mentioned, we'll highlight those in a second. We have free events in all of our local hubs where you'll be able to meet in person with women that live in your same city or maybe nearby, or maybe not nearby at all. Maybe the San Diego chapter is getting together for dinner. And while you're in Carlsbad, you can go and join them for dinner and have a group of people to have dinner with. And then finally, we have this really great deals and discounts section. It's connected to our women-owned travel database, which is part of our blog. That is this comprehensive database of women-owned travel agents, tour operators, travel planners, and other businesses. And a lot of them offer special deals and discounts to our Wanderful members. So you'll be able to have access to that. I want to spotlight some of the things that are really special. And oh yes, this is the participation part, because I actually want to show this to you. I was thinking about how do you talk about this member hub, and I think constantly that is one of my challenges, is like, how do you encapsulate all the things that are happening in the member hub? Well, honestly, I think the only way we can do it is just showing you. So I'm going to share my screen for a minute, and I'm going to show you what it looks like inside the member hub. And we can have a little bit of fun and take a look. So I'm going to, let's see, share my screen. We'll go into the membership hub, and you can see, you'll get like the real taste of it right here. So right now I'm inside the hub, right? So any member can log in any time of day, any time of night, whatever. In there, there's, I mentioned a mobile app, or there's a desktop app. So you're looking at the desktop app right now. And here's your feed where we have conversations. So Remy just posted this 4 minutes ago. Would you rather travel for 1 year with no money at the end, or focus on your career for 5 years to earn enough travel for 5 years? Remy always posts these questions. She's one of our Charlotte hub leaders, and it's really fun to see what the answer is. Okay, so let's say travel for 5 years. Yes, we're going to vote for that. There's also other things. People ask questions. Melissa's going to Lisbon in early October and wants advice on where to stay. And there's some advice in here. These are the masterminds that we have that are going on. This is for our creator community. And you can also find those masterminds in this event section. So these are all the events that we have going on in the Wanderful ecosystem online at any given time. This is for our Wanderful affiliate group. This is a virtual meetup for travel lovers that are age 60 plus. This is an in-person meetup in our Los Angeles hub. Here's some free tickets to the Travel and Adventure Show in Washington. And this is just in the next literally 2-3 days. So there's all sorts of things that are happening at any given time. We do a new member virtual welcome party that you can sign up for and attend, talk with me a little bit more. We'll do special live streams for people that are coming to our conference, like WITS. You can learn more directly from our community about what's in there. And then there's different hubs for the different membership levels. We have a whole beautiful digital content library that has all sorts of video recordings and resources. You'll see here, this is like virtual tours of places that we've gone around the world that you can take a virtual tour of. Travel tips. These are also like video recordings of webinars that we've done in the past. Here's our deals and discounts section. I mean, it's even hard to show this all to you because there is so much going on. All of our entrepreneur members get to share updates in the deals and discount section. So they can share those in here. Lysia just posted about the growth of her business, City Cat, and is encouraging people to go check out her website. There's also this little section here that has special deals for our Wanderful members, $150 off on any new booking with Sisterhood Travels, 20% off Maldives island hopping tours, 25% off UZ travel accessories, 20% off flex bags. I mean, these are some good deals, and there's quite a few of them in here. So, and then this is where our local hubs live. So you'll see that each of our local communities also has its own hub where you can find information, you can meet other members, you can get advice and ideas, you can chat with each other. So that's kind of a fun way to stay connected locally, but then also be able to stay connected globally. So that's just a little bit of a peek on how it all works and what you'll see. There's so much in here. And just a note too, I know we're not there yet, but there is a free trial. So then you can kind of like poke around and see it for yourself and get a feeling for what to expect, because there is so much that's available to offer. That's your look inside the member hub. Let's also talk about some of the really neat things going on this year. We have 2 global meetups that are happening this year. We're going to Cartagena in October and Prague in December. And both of these are what we like to call global meetups. They are member-only trips that we go on. And they're trips that I like to call solo travel friendly, also very budget friendly. The reason I say that is because these are partially curated trips, but not fully curated trips. So we get a hotel block. We worked with the woman-owned business on the ground. We organize one activity per day to do as a group. We give you a WhatsApp group so that you have access to each other, and then the rest is on your own. So we do a few pre-travel meetups where you can have a virtual meetup with other people and get to know them, learn about what to pack, etc. And then we all get together and we have a long weekend. It's a 4-day experience that you can add on if you want. There's actually a formal add-on on our Cartagena trip, but you can also just kind of add your own trip. And then we do activities around town. We'll have dinner together, but then throughout the day, you can do whatever you want. Maybe you want to go to a museum and you post in the chat and ask if anyone else wants to come with you. Or maybe you just want to go alone and have a solo travel experience. So they usually cost in the low thousands, like $1,000 to go on these trips, which is like unreal. Usually trips are $2,000 to $3,000. They're only for Wanderful members. You get to do all sorts of fun things. The photos here are of, on the left are Mexico City Global Meetup, and on the right, that was our Edinburgh Global Meetup in Scotland. And we usually do 1 to 2 of those per year. So they're really great ways to bring our community together in person in places all around the world. And then we also have a few trips. We just did a formal trip with transportation and everything you need. We went to India just recently. Our members just got back. Those ones are not limited to only members, but members get a really good discount. So we have both offerings for people to come and travel with us. Here's another, oh, here we go. Yay, good. I'm so glad I shared. These are pictures from our India trip. So I mentioned our members just got back. They were able to do so many things. We focus a lot on women-owned businesses. So we really try to make sure that we're supporting majority women-owned restaurant owners, hotel owners. In this particular case, there were no women tour guides available. And so, but we told them that that's something that's really important to us, is making sure that we're getting the voices of women represented. And so this company that we worked with, Global Family Travels, they ended up bringing on 2 women tour guides. It was the first tour they had ever run. They did a phenomenal job. But I love that story because it shows that we are creating the world we want to see, right? We are influencing people to hire more women, to support more women, to tell more women's stories. And we can do that through our group trips and our global meetups, which is really fantastic. Here's a quick list of our current active hubs. We have a whole bunch of them. Many are in the US, but not all of them. We have one in Beirut, Lebanon. We have one in Lisbon. We have a few internationally. I think we have a couple in Italy, Mexico City. We're always looking to grow our local hubs. Whether you have one near you or not, they're great to tap into for travel advice and support. So those are continuing to grow. Let's dive into creator membership, and then I'll just have like 1 second to talk about our entrepreneur membership as well. So if you are a content creator, and what I mean by that is you're building a presence on a blog, on social media, maybe you're a photographer, maybe you're not quite monetizing yet, but you're just building the content. We have this really fantastic creator membership that helps you build that content career that you want. So as I mentioned, you get all the access to the traveler membership, but then you get additional benefits. We have brought in some of the best experts to help teach our masterminds. YouTube Shorts teaches a quarterly mastermind. We actually just announced this in our member community, so we're launching it in April. They teach a quarterly mastermind for our community to help maximize their presence on YouTube Shorts. We also have a monthly mastermind with the managing editor of Foders Travel, and she helps people to pitch freelance articles that they want to write and gives them feedback on how they might improve that. Whether it's a pitch for Foders or whether it's just a pitch for anyone, she'll help you with all of that. So we have real experts that are coming in to give their time to our wonderful creators. We also have masterminds that are run by our fellow members. Brittany hosts a blogging mastermind where they go through and troubleshoot questions and help each other with SEO and with the writing process. You also get first dibs on creator opportunities. We're always finding press trip invitations and brands that want to work with creators, and those go straight into our member community first. And then finally, as a creator member, you get a discount to our annual summit, WITS. So it's a great way to make sure that you're tapping into the in-person stuff every year, and you're able to really relish in this ecosystem that we have. WITS is phenomenal. If you haven't been, you will love it. It's really cool and special. And I'm going to give you a couple of highlights here. The first being on our masterminds. So we just talked about those, the blogging mastermind circle that Brittany runs, the Perfect Your Travel Pitches session with Foders editor Rachel Levitt, the YouTube series, YouTube Shorts mastermind that we're launching quarterly. And then even we've started doing these spotlights with destination partners on how to work with them. So we're bringing in Christine Ellaby from Destination Ann Arbor, Michigan, and she'll be talking with us about how do they hire creators? What do they look for? How can creators stand out in their application and their pitch? These are things that will live in our member hub, so you can always have access to them. If you ever find yourself traveling to Ann Arbor, you can utilize the resources there to figure out how to pitch Christine. And it's such great information to really help you grow. I also want to give a highlight to some of our in-person stuff. So I mentioned WITS, that's on the left. You're looking at a picture of our media marketplace, which is when we have 15-minute speed networking meetings between creators and brands. We host it every year at WITS. It's a really special event. I highly, highly recommend it. I think people get the most out of it, and it's really fun. We also run creator campaigns, and our members are our first pick when we go on campaigns together. So this is a campaign that a group of us did to Kansas City to tell stories about women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, and other businesses that make Kansas City what it is. And we had a group of content creators. The woman in the olive dress, her name is Dulcinea Herrera, and she is the owner of a cafe called Café Corazon. And it's a really cool cafe that she and her family started. They make their own yerba mate, and they roast their own coffee on site. And they have all these really cool Latinx and indigenous flavors. They have like dulce de leche lattes and horchata lattes. And we got to tell her story. So when you're a creator member, you get access to opportunities like this, first dibs on campaigns that we're running, a discount to our summit, a chance to really engage and be part of this with us. And then here's our entrepreneur membership. This is our newest membership, and we've actually had so many people join recently in our entrepreneur level, which is so fantastic. I love seeing all the women-owned businesses that come out of this. Our entrepreneur members get all the perks from the traveler and creator memberships. Plus, they get monthly masterminds in entrepreneurship, sponsorship pitching. We actually do a mastermind where you can share with us your pitches that you've pitched to a sponsor, and we'll really help you perfect them and get you closest to the yes possible. We have paid gigs and opportunities that come out to you, as well as promotional opportunities. So if you have a business, maybe you're a travel agent, or maybe you have a travel website that you want to promote, in that women-owned opportunities and deals section that I shared with you earlier, you can actually share your business and any updates that you have going on that you want people to know, so that you're regularly getting in front of thousands of travel-loving women who want to support you and your business. It's just pretty cool. And then to give a little bit of a highlight on that, you'll see some of our masterminds, our sponsorship pitching mastermind. I host a mastermind for all of our entrepreneur members and small business members. We also have a really great mastermind for people who are planning on doing in-person tours, whether you want to be a tour guide, whether you want to add group tours or start running trips. Nikki Padilla Rivera is the best of the best. She teaches that. We're also in the works on building a travel agent mastermind. So all sorts of like really great masterminds for women business owners. And I just wanted to highlight for you one of those promo spaces that I was talking about. So actually this screenshot from Lizia, you all saw this live when we were just underneath the hood. So Lizia saying, hey, I've got this new website. Let me tell you about it. We have conversations flowing back and forth in the member hub all the time. You'll have so much great knowledge about new tools coming out, resources for travel planning, women-owned businesses that you can support. It's really a cool space to be able to do that. Okay. Whew. Oh my gosh, Beth. So much talking, right? Nobody wants to hear one person talk for that long. So thank you all for being so patient. What I want to do is make sure that you all have a chance to add some comments in here, but also I want to show you one more video. And this is a video that was created by our Wanderful members. It was in light of our 10th anniversary. So in 2014, is when we incorporated as a business. Actually, oh gosh, I think it's 2013. So we're 12 years old now. So this video is like 2 years old. Well, on our 10th anniversary, we had a bunch of members do a birthday message, and it is a little bit birthday themed, but the really great nugget that you're going to get is people sharing their favorite memories and their favorite stories and the things that they get most out of Wanderful. And I think those are the greatest testimonials that you're going to hear. So I want to give them some time to talk to you in their own words. And in the meantime, I want you to go ahead and put into the chat questions, things that you want to know more about, feedback, things that stand out to you. What is resonating with you on this? Because we'll talk a little bit more about what to do next, but use this time to make sure that your voice is heard, that you're getting your questions answered, that you're, figuring out the things that you want to know. And then we'll go ahead and share with you this really beautiful video of hold on, I want to do this correctly, of our members sharing their own stories. So I'm going to get this queued up for you. And we'll be able to start that here. Okay, here we go.
Thank you so much for being such an incredible organization. You are literally joy in human form, and I'm so grateful to be part of the community.
My favorite memory from WITS was my first WITS 2022. I'm at the top of the escalators, and I see Christine Lozada going backwards up the escalator, while Pam McFadden goes upwards on the other one, filming her. And my first thought, this is the kind of collaborative joy that I want to be part of for the rest of my life.
So my favorite memory with Wanderful is attending WITS last year. It was my first exposure to this lovely community, and I came with another creator, and it was such a ride that I just enjoyed being on, and I can't wait to see where the next one goes with this community.
I am so grateful to have Wanderful in my life. I love all the friends I have at Wanderful, and the travel inspo I get. It's a great community. If you are not part of it yet, you absolutely should be.
So excited for 10 years of extraordinary experiences, wonderful connections, and the best sisterhood that I can ask for.
Wow, 10 years of Wanderful.
10 years of
community,
motivation,
empowerment,
and
sisterhood. Happy birthday, Wanderful.
Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh, that video gives me the feels. This is like Beth getting all choked up over every video show. I hope you all enjoyed that. It was really special that our members created that for us. I think you can see why I wanted to show it with you, because all of those videos, all of those photos were trips that we'd been on, experiences that we'd done together, past versions of the Women in Travel Summit WITS, other Wanderfest, which we haven't even talked about, which is our festival that celebrates sisterhood and celebrates travel, all sorts of good stuff like that. So it's really a cool community to be part of, and I'm really glad that you all had a chance to watch that. Now, I'm looking in the comments and I don't see any questions, which means either I have like blown you all away, or at least we've answered some of the things that you came here for, which is great. So let's answer the main question here right now, which is how to join, how to be part of this incredible community, what to do next. So let's talk details. Now, the price of our membership is probably the most reasonable price you're ever going to hear. Our traveler membership starts at an annual rate. It's $129 a year. That's like $10 a month. The creator membership is $24 a month, or $249 a year. The entrepreneur membership is $49 a month, or $499 a year. Now, because you're all here, I promised you some special deals. So I want to give you some really cool benefits. The first one is that today we're doing a special rate, today only, for our traveler membership to $99 per year. So this is the cheapest that you're ever going to get it. And all you have to do to sign up is you can do two things. One, you can go to this link, sheswanderful.com/join. And that link is ready for you to go. I also have, I'm going to put it like right on top. Actually, let's see if we can put this in like a better way. So this is a QR code that I'm showing on the screen right now. Let's see if I can do, there we go. That's prettier. You can use that. And that QR code, it's listed as $129. But again, today we're doing just $99 a year. If you want to purchase the creator or the entrepreneur membership with the discount, what you can do is sign up as the traveler membership and then upgrade afterward. You can upgrade to creator and entrepreneur. Like at the end of the day, you can do this however you like. You can just sign up for one or the other, but this is going to be the cheapest way. If you're like a deal person like me, then this is what you're going to want to do is sign up with the QR code, get your traveler membership, and then upgrade to the creator or entrepreneur. And this is the funny part. This is when I go like, wait, there's more. Like, wait, there's more. Hold on. Wait, there's more. I got to tell you more. This is the next thing is, I'm going to put it back on the screen so you can see it, is if you sign up during March, which is Women's Month, which is still now, you get a copy of, hold on, we haven't even talked about this yet. Wonder Woman. Hold on, I'm going to show you. I'm going to share with you my camera again so you can see this. So this is my book. It came out last year. It's called Wonder Woman. It is a guide and manifesto for women who want to travel alone. And I wrote it because I think the messages that we tell women about traveling alone are wrong. I think we make traveling alone scary. We make it very fear-mongering. We tell women not to do it. And I wanted to have a real honest conversation about what it meant to travel on your own. You know, the reality of safety, the reality of what it felt like, the reality of re-entry. And so this is a book that I wrote that I hoped would be gifted to somebody, whether it's a gift to yourself or whether it's a gift to someone else. So you can buy the book anywhere, bookstores, Amazon, whatever. Or if you sign up as a member, you get one for free. And we'll send it to you in paper copy if you're in the US if you want. You can also get the ebook. You can get the audiobook, because if you love hearing my voice, you get to hear it again. Then you can just hear me in your ear during the audiobook. And my other favorite part is that inside in the back of this, there's this whole resources section. And it has women-owned businesses, communities to join, travel products that are created by women, apps, walking tours, all sorts of stuff. So if you want to enter the supporting women ecosystem and the women's economy, you can do that right here. So we're giving everyone a copy of this book who signs up during the month of March. If you are on this call and you know somebody who should do it and isn't on this call, let them know throughout the whole month of March. If they sign up, whether or not they get the discount that we're sharing today, they still get a copy of that book if they sign up after they finish their 7-day free trial. So make sure that you do that, because it is such a great opportunity to get literally the best deal of all and hopefully be part of what is a really incredible ecosystem of women that are out to help other women travel and see the world. And look at that. Oh, look, you're getting all the screens now. You're getting all the screens now. And be part of the world, because I believe that, here, I'm trying to give you one that's like a little bit prettier. I believe that we owe that to each other and we deserve that for each other. And I want to create spaces where we can do that. So that's all. Oh, I'm just trying to find one view so you can see. Okay, I'm going to let you look at the screen like that. So that's what you can do. sheswanderful.com/join, or pull out your phone, use the QR code, and come be part of this amazing community. I know you won't regret it. I know you're going to love it. We have so many members here who say wonderful things about who we are. Stacy, you've got a great question, and I want to address this. Is membership and events limited to women only? We do not discriminate on gender or sex. Everyone who believes in supporting and amplifying women is welcome to be part of our wonderful ecosystem. That being said, we tend to find that the people who get the most out of membership are cis or trans women, or non-binary people. We tend to not have many cis men that join and get the experience that they're looking for. So while we're open to everyone, there's definitely certain people that get the most out of this experience. And I think you'll find that we have a really great ecosystem. I've got another great question. I'd love to connect. Oh, comment. With like-minded women, share my journey as the owner of a locally run female-owned safari company and showcase the beauty of Tanzania through unforgettable experiences. This is so great for you. Come and join. The entrepreneur membership is a great way to do that. You can share deals and discounts in our section. You can share updates about your business. You can also focus on business growth and opportunity in our masterminds. We have a lot of women who run women-focused travel companies that have gotten so much out of their entrepreneur membership. And actually, let me share that on the screen right now too, just in case you wanted to come in right on that. That is a QR code for our entrepreneur membership that you can use to go right to that landing page. But again, if you just visit sheswanderful.com/join, and I'll put that in the chat, then you'll be able to sign up on any level and access it there. All right, everyone. So listen, thank you so much for taking the time. I know it takes a lot of energy to sit on a call and listen to somebody ramble. I hope that you've gotten a lot out of it. I hope that you've gotten all your questions answered. I hope that you've felt inspired and felt a little bit more connected than maybe you have recently. I know the world is, a pretty wild place right now. And I think community is something that we need more than ever. So I really appreciate you all spending time being here with us today. I look forward to seeing a whole bunch more of you in the Member Hub, and wish you safe travels and a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you, everyone. Have a great one. Thanks for being here today. Bye for now.